Can you tell our audience about yourself?
My name is Bance, and I was born in India, and I came over to England in 1968, and from there I moved to Canada in 1974. And I've always lived in Scarborough. For the past 27 years I've been in Scarborough Rouge River area, and I'm an appliance service technician, and I worked for Sears, and then I had my own business.
Okay, so what brings you to politics?
I was always with Liberal Party for the long time, and when I saw them breaking promises, making different promises at election time and not keeping them, I thought it's not the party to be with. So I changed my party to Conservatives, and that's why I decided to run for the Conservative Party.
So when you decided to change, what's the time?
Just after the last election, when in fact the Gomri report actually changed my mind the most, because I found that if the government is stealing money, taxpayers' money, and they admitted on the TV that they did it and they'll give it back, and that was the time, that was the last straw, and I changed to run for the Conservatives.
But how long you worked Liberal Party?
I was with the Liberal Party ever since I came to Canada for about 26 years. Even last election I voted for Liberals, but that's the last time.
Okay. So one government report makes you changes like 26 believe, is that right? Or?
Yes, I never knew that that the government who is running the government, and they are taking money, the taxpayers' money away from us, and they didn't deny it. They admitted that we stole it, but we will give it back to the government. And that was the last thing I ever thought, I'm going to be with this party.
So now you changed party, now you sit for nomination, now you did, so you're the candidate. So what do you see your chances of beating the incumbent directly?
My chances are, I think I'm going to win this election. I'm pretty sure, in fact, that I'm going to win this, because the simple reason is there is about 66% ethnic vote in this area. And they used to think that Liberals are for them. That's not the case now. People are learning the hard way that this country needs immigration. This country thrives on immigration. And it doesn't matter which government comes in, they need immigration. And so now most of the people I talk to, they agree with us, and they are willing to change, and they will vote for me.
But everybody knows that running an election is not easy. It requires like lots of money and volunteers. And you say you just decided maybe a year ago that you want to run for the election. So are you prepared, and do you have that kind of resources?
I really do have a lot of support, and I have many volunteers who are willing to help me in this election. Actually, I have more volunteers than I can actually count for, because they are all willing to go out at night, knock at people's door, and they are willing to. This time, people want the change, and there's a good support for me. And of course, yes, I do have the resources, and there's a lot of willing people who are donating money to my campaign, and I should be all right.
So, what sort of policy you will bring to the Parliament, or any ideas like to helping your constituents, your ridings?
In my riding, I think there is a lack of trade schools. The kids who drop out when they're 18, not everybody is made out to be a doctor or lawyer. I think there should be a trade school. When a kid drops out of school, they should have any trade. I have been in trade for the past 26 years, and I made a good living. I put the food on the table. I live in a nice house. I put 3 of my kids through university, being in a trade. And I think I'm going to bring a trade school to Scarborough.
What about others?
There is another thing I would like to do for Scarborough Rouge River is the transit system has to be changed. There's no transit, and we're going to make the roads better, because there has been so much surplus money sitting there, and they are not giving it to the cities, they are not giving it to the provinces. And that's what I'll stress on it. I said I'll make my point there, I'll take my concerns to Ottawa, and I'll ask them to, there is my constituency, there is a lot of, also another concern I would like to discuss with you is the guns. There are not any stiffer penalties in Canada. There is always need for reforms, but the laws has to be changed. There's most of the there's repeat offenders, and once you let them go with a slap on their hand, they're going to do it again. So the first time they commit any serious crime, there should be a serious sentence for it.
So is this the first time you run for public office?
This is the first time.
So you never run for any councillor or provincial?
No, I was the president for Lions Club, a service club, where I used to be looking after the blind kids. And I opened a women's shelter in Pickering, Ajax, because one of the residents from that area was killed by her husband because she had no place to hide. So these are the two things. And I also was a president of a Sikh temple for 6 years.
So we know that like the past used to be city councillor and then move up to provincial, and there's a vacancy in the councillor's seat. You don't in the same writing. So you have no intention to run for that councillor's seat or?
No, I never even discussed that, and I never even thought of that. I had a connection with Ottawa, and they asked me, there are 4 vacancies to run for the federals, and this was one of them. And I said, this is the place where I have been always living. This is the place where all my kids have grown up. So I know a lot of people in this area, and that's when I decided to run for the federals.
Okay. In this area, Scarborough Coast River, like now, in provincial-wise, is like taken by Liberal, and the incumbent directly also from Liberal. Then it seems to be a long-time Liberal riding. So you say you have confidence. Like, what kind of any specific strategy you can like to make a breakthrough? I think I have better chances of winning this riding. Nobody has ever contested, like for the past 10 years, this guy, the last time who ran, actually he was with a police, and he didn't want to leave his job to run for the politics. He was kind of in between. And I'm very serious about it, and I'm going to change things around this time. Because the simple reason is there's a lot more ethnic votes in this year, Chinese, Sri Lankans, Indians, Pakistanis, and they want to see me because I'm one of their own to be in Ottawa. And what kind of support you're getting from your wife, your family, your kids to run for the election?
My family is all with me, and actually they are. My daughter is my CFO, and my wife is she's running the office, and I have a lot of support from my family. All my family is with me, and they're very close to me, and they're all helping me to run for this office.
All right. Then good luck to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Mrs. Bance. I know your husband is running for MP, member of Parliament. So what's your opinion? What's your feeling?
I am really excited for him. He has been the last 32 years that I've known him, he's been actively involved in every social club that you can possibly think of. He's been actively involved with church, he's been actively involved with Lions Club, and this is sort of a final pedestal for him to step up and do something at a higher level, at a federal level. The way he looks at it, this is something he's returning to the society in his own way.
As you mentioned that he's quite active in the community, all right? So he's that very busy right now. If he get elected, so he will spend less time with you and with the family because he's going back forth from Toronto to Ottawa. And how do you think about that? So.
Before he took the step, we did discuss it. My family is older now. They graduated. They're independent. They're out working. They don't need their father so much. even though father is always important in their life, but they have moved on to their life, and now he's ready to move on to his next step in his life.
So I know that you're running the campaign office. How are you supporting your husband? I mean, what kind of like, the back end support,
From
like your
from
role,
a spouse
from the housewife,
perspective,
yes, yeah.
I really support him in every way that I can possibly can. I will be out there with him with his campaign. I will be in the office. I understand I am working full-time on my own job, but I will be taking some leave so I can give my 100% devotion to his cause.
But we all know that Mr. Bance is running against the incumbent Derek Lee, and he's been in the office for a number of years. It seems a big battle, so what's your chances and then see if winning this battle?
I think he has a great chance, and the reason being it's time for a change. Derek Lee has been in power for 12 years, and I don't know if you're aware, but we did support Derek Lee at one time. I've lived in Scarborough almost all my life since then. I've seen what Scarborough was and what it's becoming. It's a crime. It's the children that's out there that needs help. We've been watching out for Derek Lee to do something about it. To this day, I don't see him doing anything. He's out there visible, but when it's time to stand up, where was he when there was shooting out in the street? How many times did he go out and support those people that were suffering, loss, their children? He didn't. We gave him a chance. He didn't do anything about it. Now it's time for an election. Now he's coming out. Yes, I'll do. It's too late. He had an opportunity to 12 years to do something about this Scarborough. He hasn't done anything. It's about time for him to step aside and give somebody else a chance who really cares about this riding, who's passionate about it, who wants it a home, a safe home for the children, for our next generation.
If Mr. Bance got elected, have you discussed with your husband, say what's the first thing to celebrate and how are you going to celebrate it?
Celebrate?
Yeah, if he gets elected.
First of all, our celebration will be, of course, in the campaign. Then I'm not going to say we're extremely religious, but we are religious, and we always look at whatever steps we take in our life, we always take them from the guidance from up there. Our next step will be basically to go to our church and thank the Lord for everything, all His blessings.
And Bance told me that it's the first time you run for public office. I believe you also. Do you expect there will be lots of stress, tensions and then overloading? Do you think you can take it over, or? It's the first time for Mr. Bance to run for public office, right? And then I know that running a public office this requires many stress, tensions, overworking time. So, are you expecting this kind of level of stress, or you're okay?
We're expecting it. It's understood. Being a politician is not a 5-day week. It's 24/24 operation. He is physically, mentally, emotionally ready for this, and I will support him 100%.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Good luck to Mr. Bance.
Thank you very much.
Now go ahead. Fine.
No,
You got to look on this side.
no, he's gonna make a speech.
Okay. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for being here, and we're going to officially open the Jerry Bance campaign office.
You had looked on this side.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go.
Here,
Since I can't see, tell me what it is so I can clap. No.
Next MP for Scarborough Rouge River.
Everybody raise your hand.
thank you.
Oh, it's
How did the pictures of the leader turn out? Oh, you
out.
did
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did the picture? Oh, I didn't see it. Oh,
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
he's too handsome.
Can you have a moment to
Yeah?
interview?
Yeah.
Won't take too long.
Sure, sure. Come on in. Yeah, come on in. Come on in.
And that was impressive, given Jerry got a big start. He had one of the biggest representation there. I know. What are we doing with these yellow signs here? It's supposed to be a dance rally, yeah.